Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim. All right, it's your brother here, Yakani. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Okokwadash, Barakathum, all right? Barakathum Yahweh, Barakathum Yahweh Shai, Barakathum Yahweh, Barakathum Yahweh Shai, all right? Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and that taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting in this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully to you. All right, I say shalom. All right, now I'm leaving work. All right, I'm just in the spirit, so I'm just gonna speak. What's on my mind. All right, and it's kind of related to what the video was a little earlier, but it's understanding the times we are in, which is we are in the last days. You got to understand that. And for the younger brothers and maybe the new sisters and, newer brothers that are in the faith that are coming on to, because, hey, it's a lot of Jakes waking up, man. It's a lot of Jakes falling out. And it's a lot of Jakes waking up, So sometimes you got to revert back to the milk. We got to revert back to the milk for the younger Akim and the younger Akwaf that's coming in this truth. Because sometimes we be kind of a little too deep because, we are experiencing this truth. We're farther than where we once were when we came into this truth. But we all started in baby steps. We all started with the milk, and then we weaned off and we went to the meat. But we stay on the milk. We have to stay in the milk. And anything you do in life, you have to stick to the basics. All right, stick to the things that made you great. Stick to the things that made you who you are today. Sometimes you have to revert back and focus on the basic things. You have to focus on the basic fundamentals, the basic things. You play sports, sometimes it's just the little stuff. You're just focusing on shit you did when you was 8 years old. But now you have to do it when you're 29, 30 years old because it's the basic fundamentals. Hey, that's the same thing in this truth. Sometimes you have to revert back to the milk. Sometimes you have to revert back to the beginning of things, to what got us to where we are. So we have to just take that into consideration when we feeding the sheep. And understanding that the sheep that we feeding, some of them are a little bit older, but some of them are babies and they still need that milk. You know what I mean? So for the younger brothers or younger sisters that's coming in this truth, you got to understand that you have to be able to be dead to this world. Be dead to this world. And what that means is you no longer partake in the things of this world. You're no longer participating in birthdays and, holidays. And, you're basically becoming an enemy unto this world. All right? You're becoming an enemy unto, Satan. But you're trying to become a friend to the Lord. You know what I mean? It's all at a price. What that means is you're going to have to separate yourself from your worldly friends. I'm not saying cut them off and never be friends with them again, but they have to know where you stand. Okay? Your family has to know where you stand. Okay? So, they know not to, invite you over to Christmas and in the beginning it might be hard because they might not respect that you done changed so much. Like the first year or two, they might be like, oh, he's just going through a phase. He's just saying he don't celebrate birthdays now, but I still invite him because he might if I say something. And then when you be like, no, I don't celebrate that shit. After a while, you keep telling y'all don't celebrate. They be like, damn, I guess he's really standing firm on like this. So and then they'll start to wear off and, they'll start to waver off on asking you because, hey, but that, it's a process with this truth, man. It really is a process. Just like anything in life. Coming into this truth and giving your life unto Yahweh Shem Shai is a process. You cannot rush it. Take your time. Do not compare yourself to brothers that have been in the faith 5, 10 plus years. You can't do that, man. Because them brothers that had certain experiences, went through certain trials and tribulations, went through certain fires to get them where they are. You know what I mean? You just now coming into this truth, man. You can't compare yourself to a brother that been in 5, 10 plus years. You know what I mean? You're going to take you baby steps. You're going to fuck up. All right? You got to repent. You got to fast. You got to pray. You got to understand that you got to walk your own walk. And don't compare yourself to nobody, man. All right? Don't compare yourself to nobody in this world, nobody in this walk. You're walking your own pace. You're walking your own race. All right? And the brothers are here. All right? The elders are here for your help. All right? Hey, look. Can't make this up. The miles on my tank, 144. All right? That's just the spirit, man. Something I just looked over and seen it through the spirit, man. Call on Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, man, we be at that number. All right? But like I'm saying, you can't compare yourself. All right, just so brothers know I'm not, 144. All right, 144 in there. All right, so that's just, hey, man, that's just call along. How about Shem Shai? It's beautiful to see them things like that. It's faith boosters. Faith boosters to keep going and keep doing the work and keep pushing. Okay, and to know that we on the right track. Even though sometimes you in the world, you may seem like, damn, man, I'm not on the right track because it's always so much more we can be doing. But, you know, you got to give yourself, you know, you got to cut yourself a break, man. You can't be too hard on your goddamn self, man. We can only do but so much as humans, man, with all these other tasks we got to do in the world, whether it's, you know, working a job, all right, whether it's being a father, all right, whether it's paying bills, all right, whether, you know, you're paying off fines, and, you know, we in debt, and, you know, it's so much we have to do, man, all right, and we just have to stay focused, all right, on the most important things to us, which, if, you know, you consider yourself a man of the Lord, this work should come first and foremost. All right, this work comes before your family. All right, this work comes before everything. All right, you have to be about your Father's business before you're about your own business. Okay, be about your Father's business before you're about your own business. Because if you don't do your Father's business, He's not going to bless you to do your business. You know what I mean? You got to understand how things come. All right, that's why Scripture say, you know, if you love your brother, your father, your sister, your brother more than me, then you're not worthy of me. All right? You have to do the things that are pleasing unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? And that includes being a castaway from this world. All right? Salaki, this brother was just trying, you know, race or something, so I'm making sure I'm on point because I am driving home when it is raining. So I'm just making sure, you know, ain't no cops or nothing out. But like I'm saying, Salaki, if I got distracted. All right? But, yeah, you have to basically, you know, you have to die to the world in order to live for Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. And like I said, at first, that's not easy, man. It wasn't easy for anybody. It wasn't easy for me. You know, you worried about, you know, how people are looking at you. Because that's how it is when you're in the world, man. You're insecure. You're worried about everybody. You're worried about what they think about you. You know, you're still in that journey, man. I've been there. We've done that. Where we cared about how the world viewed us. Where we cared about how our friends and family viewed us. And, you know, we were insecure, weak, feminine, docile men. But when you come into this truth, you turn into a strong, a masculine, alpha man, a leader, because you understand the things that really matter and the things that don't matter. Okay, like caring about what the fuck somebody thinks about you does not fucking matter at all. You know what I mean? These people, you gotta understand, have demons on them. These people hate themselves. All right, so for them to talk down on you and to hate you is nothing. All right, it's nothing because they hate themselves deep down. Okay. When you come into this truth, you come into this walk of life, you start to level up in all aspects. Every little thing, like the way you think, the way you approach things. All right, it's just changing your life, man. Because the words and this truth that we believe in are life. And it's starting to bring us alive slowly but surely. All right, because we was dead. We was very much dead. And yeah, we know we're not talking about dead in the flesh. We're talking about dead in the mind, dead in the spirit. About not knowing who we was, about not knowing where we came from, about not knowing our power's name, about not knowing our power at all. We was dead in the spirit. But now that we know those things, we coming back to life. We coming back to life as somebody that just like passed out. And you got to get in the chest presses. And on in a hospital thing, they see that little thing goes slowly going up and down. They slowly getting life back. But that's how it is when we came into this truth. We was dead. We was flatlined. All right, and the more we read, the more we understood, the more we came into this truth, the more we stuck with it, the more we was around like-minded brothers, you know, that thing started to go beep, 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 and now we're just getting more life. We're getting more life daily. That's what Scripture say, blessed is he that readeth. All right, these words are life. All right, the bread of life. All right, the water of life. All right, the things that's going to keep you alive, the thing that's going to keep you fruitful, the things that's going to keep your fire lit. All right, so understand that, man. Take your time. Be patient. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Stay in this truth. All right, we almost at the end, man. All right, there's nothing else to really glorify and be happy about than knowing this truth. I know times might get rough. Times might get stressful. But at the end of the day, I know me personally, I always look back like, man, look, I know this truth. So, like, I don't really give too much about fucking money and fucking the cares of this world. Because at the end of the day, man, knowing this truth is our comforter. Knowing that we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is our comforter. And that's why he sent the comforter. All right, to comfort us in times like this. You know, so, hey, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Akakwadash, Barakathum, and double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who rule well and have taught me this truth. And salutations out there to the hopeful elect, the brothers that are putting this work diligently, sincerely, and truthfully. To you we say, Shalom.